The thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Tama is drawing away, and Tama with Mike Smith, they win the Bet Parks Pennsylvania Derby.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
Il Miracolo now in command.
Let's Go Racing is proudly brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
Welcome to Let's Go Racing on NBC Sports Philadelphia. Great show today. Our horsemen get ready to celebrate their achievements in 2023 with our annual Horsemen's Awards. Meet trainer Harold Wiley and learn about his operation, plus 3-year-old races with points on the line in the upcoming Triple Crown races, local races from Monday's card, and much more. But the Horsemen's Awards is tonight. That is our version of the Eclipse Awards.
No question, it's a big deal. It always is. And this year there's really kind of not unsure, a little uncertainty about who that Horse of the Year is, Danny. I don't know who you voted for, but we'll find out tonight.
Yeah, it could go either way. 15 awards will be handed out. 6 are statistical, so they were leaders in their divisions last year, like leading owner, leading trainer, leading jockey. And the other categories we vote on, like 2-year-old, 3-year-old, older, and the Horse of the Year, the big one you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think some we know. The 2-year-old filly champion is going to be Aoife's Magic. I think we're pretty sure of that. The trainer of the year, it's the first time we actually voted on that. It was an interesting call. Butch Reed had a lot of potential divisional champions. Jamie Ness, of course, won the training title again. So how did people vote? We'll find out tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Here's more on tonight's banquet with Chris Griffin.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Chris Griffin here with Let's Go Racing, and the Horseman Awards, they are happening tonight. It's the 28th Annual Horseman's Awards Banquet. Should be a wonderful evening. We've got a great setup, a great plan kind of laid out for how we're going to present some of our great champions in the year 2023. We really are looking forward to everything we're going to see in 2024, but this is going to be a great night to celebrate the horsemen, the horses, and all the great achievements from last season. Should be a great night. Looking forward to tonight's festivities. And here's our executive director of the PTHA, Jeff Maddie, with more on tonight.
Our PTHA Parks Racing Horsemen's Awards, they're just the pinnacle of what we do here year in and year out. We had a great year in 2023, look to make another great year in 2024, but I think the thing we can be most proud about is the success that our horsemen had, not only on the track, but off the track. We have a great community here. We have a lot of great nominees, some first-time nominees, others are more seasoned in the awards category, but it's just a great group of people, something we look forward to every year. It's a collaboration between the PTHA and Parks Racing. We could not be more proud of our horsemen. We could not be more proud of our horses, and we're just very excited for this evening and for many, many banquets to come.
Great work by the entire team. Thank you so much, Jeff Maddie. Thank you to the PTHA and Parks Racing. And back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Chris. It's going to be a really good night at tonight's banquet. Let's get into some local racing. We're going to take a look at Monday's 9th race. This was our Parks picks. This is an allowance optional claiming. You'll see a few in for that $16,000 claiming tag, $50,000 purse, the mile and 70 yards distance. And Margin of Error, the Pennsylvania bred, is our post-time favorite.
Yeah, I was a little surprised. I guess I shouldn't be. It's Jamie Ness. He always gets bet. But yeah, I mean, look, solid lines, 5 lifetime wins.
In Spades, you guys saw him in our feature last week with Ben Dunn as our second choice.
And this was Danny's pick. Look out for In Spades.
He was. Here is the call of Monday's 9th race.
It's Margin of Error, who has a comfortable 1-length advantage over Rondon's Grace. Then moving up into third in the red, there's Margin of Error. There's Mr. Roundtree in third. The opening quarter, 24-1. Margin of Error, Rondon's Grace. Mr. Roundtree tracks in third, 2 lengths off the front runner. Then it's In Spades in fourth, followed by Batter Up Bud. Then back to Olympic Romp. Spielkis in a long way back. Modern Era and Hurricane Highway has his work cut out for him way at the back as they head down the backstretch. Margin of Error continues to show them the way. Rondon's Grace tracks in second. In Spades has now moved up into third, right to his outside. Mr. Roundtree biding his time in fourth. The half, 48-3. Margin of Error, Rondon's Grace getting a little bit closer as they make their way into the far turn. And Margin of Error now let out a notch. He has a little bit more. He's opening up on Rondon's Grace. Mr. Roundtree under a drive in third. In Spades losing some ground. Then it's a big gap back to Batter Up Bud trying to get in gear as they head through the turn. Margin of Error has been comfortable the entire way under Ruben Silvera. Rondon's Grace, his stablemate, looms to the outside. Mr. Roundtree is making his move now as they make their way through the turn. Margin of Error, Rondon's Grace, still hanging in second. In Spades coming up the rail. Mr. Roundtree grounding away on the outside. Rondon's Grace is now taking over from Margin of Error, who's fighting on. The stablemates noses apart as they head down the stretch with 16th left to go. Rondon's Grace, a narrow advantage. Margin of Error comes right back at him. These two down to the wire, and Rondon's Grace gets the win.
Oh, it's Jamie Ness in a 1-2 finish. Two Pennsylvania breds, Rondon's Grace, getting the win, but Margin of Error was right there.
He was right there, and Jamie Ness running 1-2 is a shocking development here at Parks, Danny. We've never seen anything like that before.
We haven't, but In Spades a nice third. I think he'll rally next time and come back for a victory.
I don't know where my horse was. We'll not talk about that.
Your horse is still running. We're going to go to the 8th race from Monday. This is for fillies and mares. We love the girls going 6 furlongs. Starter optional claiming $16,000. Again, if you have to run for that $16,000 claiming tag, Celtic Tiger by Irish War Cry is the post-time favorite.
Yeah, remember Irish War Cry? He ran in the Derby for Graham Motion back in the day. Kate DeMassey with the favorite, and she doesn't miss much when she's got a live horse.
Classy Nancy, second choice for trainer Jamie Ness.
Jamie Ness. Okay.
Doesn't ring a bell, right? Here's Monday's 8th race.
The opening quarter, 23 flat. Celtic Tiger, plenty of company on the outside. A Year to Remember, just half a length off of her. Moving up now into third, there's Sandy Q, followed by the Archer of the Prey in fourth, and the Pink Blinkers. True Phenomenon's weaving her way between horses, losing a little bit of ground. Classy Nancy, and making up a little bit of ground is Divine Romance from the back. As they head through the turn, there's a quarter mile left to go. Celtic Tiger, A Year to Remember, looms on her outside. Sandy Q is looking for some room as the half goes in 48 flat. At the top of the stretch, Celtic Tiger, game on the inside. A Year to Remember cannot get by just yet. True Phenomenon continues her bid. She's up to third. Sandy Q's not having a great trip today. Celtic Tiger trying to fend off A Year to Remember, who's gaining but can't get by. Celtic Tiger and Andrew Wolfson now have a length over A Year to Remember. Celtic Tiger is going to hold on. Celtic Tiger digs in for the win. Jockey Andrew Wolfson aboard. This is a homebred for Shooting Star Stable, and this is her second lifetime victory.
Yeah, loose on the lead, and they could not catch her.
They certainly couldn't. Well, congratulations to her. We're going to go to our first break, but we have a lot coming up. Meet trainer Harold Wiley, and we have 3-year-olds on the Kentucky Derby Trail, all coming up after this break.
One night, one stage. Woo! Country music's hottest supergroup, The Frontmen, featuring Richie McDonald, formerly of Lone Star.
Baby, I'm amazed by
Larry Stewart, lead singer of Restless Heart.
skies in Texas.
Tim Rushlow, formerly of Little Texas.
God bless.
Friday, March 29th, the Excite Center at Parks Casino. The voices that brought you 3 decades of #1 country hits live. On sale now at parkscasino.com. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The question a lot of people are asking themselves these days is, do I buy new or do I buy pre-owned? Here's what I'll tell you. New car inventories are still low and new car prices are still high. However, with the certified pre-owned Nissan at Chapman Nissan, we have a huge selection and you can save thousands over new. Plus a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, roadside assistance, 1-year prepaid maintenance, and so much more. And not for nothing. Can you really tell the difference? I can't.
Did you know absolutely no taxpayer dollars support the Pennsylvania horse racing industry? In fact, racing generates $1.6 billion that pays taxes, creates jobs, and more, right here in Pennsylvania.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. We have such a great community of horsemen on our backside here at Parks Racing, and we got to meet one of our trainers, Harold Wiley, and I caught up with him in his barn earlier this week. We love for our Let's Go Racing fans to meet some of our trainers. We are on the Parks Racing backstretch with trainer Harold Wiley. Thanks for joining us. Tell everyone how you even got into horse racing and begun training.
You know what, it's a lifetime dream for me. I wanted to be a jockey, but of course I was way too big since I was growing up in Jamaica. And when I came here, I started going to the races, and when I had enough money to get my first horse, my brother and I get a couple, and I've been doing it since 1989.
Take us through your journey. So now you're, a mid-sized trainer, but you have staff and a lot of horses. You're into the breeding. Take us through like what a day-to-day is for you.
Very hectic. Get up 4 o'clock in the morning, probably get home sometime at 8 o'clock at night. It never ends. From here to the farm and breaking babies, and I do it all. I breed horses, break horses at the farm, and then come in and work, then go back to the farm after the races here most evenings, and that's how my days go, long days.
What for you is the most fulfilling?
When I win with a horse that I bred. That is one of the most fulfilling things. And also, some horses that I buy very cheap at the yearling sale, and they turn out to be decent horses. Yeah.
Let's talk about some of those horses. You've done really well. Some of your top earners, Ivory Empress, Nice Tune, Coupella. What have some of those horses been to your career?
Oh, they, trust me, even on my phone, my screen, I have Nice Tune on it. I claim him for $7,500, and I win quite a few with him. Coupella, I claimed her, and she did excellent for me, and thank God our baby will be here March 1st, our first baby, and she have another one coming after that. And some of these horses I buy for peanuts, and they have done me very well, you know, so that's about it.
What's something you like to do for fun that's not horse racing involved, that maybe people would be surprised?
Hanging out with my children and my granddaughter, that's it. I don't do much of anything.
Well, your whole life is horse racing. Thanks for sharing a little bit with us and getting to know you. And good luck with your babies. We'll be looking out for that Coupella foal.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I name her off my granddaughter, Anaya's Gold. And I'm looking forward to have her at the racetrack.
Always fun to go back in the barns and learn a little bit about these trainers. They are quite dedicated. It is not just a job, it's a lifestyle.
It's 24/7. There is no break. There are no vacations, or very few.
Yeah, we'll be rooting on that homebred for Harold Wiley. Well, let's get to some national races. We're going down to Florida, Tampa Bay Downs. It's a Grade 3 Sam F. Davis, a mile and 16th for 3-year-olds, $250,000. Kentucky Derby points are on the line.
This is one of the prep for the Tampa Bay Derby, Danny. And who is Sam F. Davis? He was the president of Florida Downs in 1972. Florida Downs, the forerunner to Tampa Bay Downs. Same place, different name.
Oh, good piece of history there, DJ. Well, No More Time is our post-time favorite for Jose D'Angelo.
I was a little surprised this horse was favored, to be honest with you. He really hadn't done much on paper, but somebody knew something. They knew more than I did.
Yep, and Shug McGahee has change of command. Tyler Gaffleone making the trip across Florida to ride this one.
Yeah, blinkers on, has shown promise, won a couple, good numbers, has the best buyer figure coming into the race.
Track announcer Jason Beam with the call of the Sam F. Davis.
No More Time, the leader, in front by just over a length. The change of command, El Principito, the loose horse, advancing up on the outside of change of command now into that second spot. It's a length and a half more back to West Saratoga, who races in fourth. Tireless is fifth in the Rapoli colors. Down to that one's inside. Patriot Spirit is sixth. It's another length and a half or two then. Back to Fulminio, who's in seventh. In behind that comes Elysian Meadows in the eighth spot. It's two more lengths then. Back to Crazy Mason. Copper Tax is second last. And Agate Road is the trailer. So they have a half mile left to go, 23-2, the opening quarter mile time. And on the front end, it's No More Time. No More Time by about a length to West Saratoga, change of command. Those two right together, second, third, 46-3, the opening half mile time. So No More Time takes them past the 3/8 pole. West Saratoga pressing closer up on the outside. Change of command, going to wait in between runners from third. Tireless pushed along fourth. Here's Fulminio starting to launch a 3-wide bid, and Fulminio starting to make up some ground. No More Time is still the leader. 3/4, 1:10-4. It's No More Time into the stretch. West Saratoga on the outside, right up alongside. Agate Road has made up significant ground down the far outside, is starting to steamroll home. No More Time past the 8th pole. West Saratoga, here comes Agate Road, right down the center of the course. No More Time has to make a final 16th of a mile. Agate Road 3 lengths back. It's No More Time. Agate Road is closing stoutly. No More Time. Running out of time is Agate Road. No More Time in front. No More Time wins the Sam F. Davis.
Jockey Paco Lopez, that's a name that we are quite familiar here with at Parks, takes them gate to wire with No More Time.
Yeah, 80 buyer, that's not going to get it done. This really is not a horse I would think we'd see in the Derby, but you know what, sometimes they get better. This horse got better from previous races. This one have to get a lot better to be a fact.
Yeah, and Ever Do It he wanted to go back to the barn early,
yes,
but he was fine after jumping the fence and going home early.
Yes, he did.
Well, let's go down to Santa Anita, but this is for 3-year-old fillies in the Grade 3 Las Virgenes 1 mile, and Baffert has this monster Kinza in the race.
Yeah, a New York bred, interestingly enough, racing in California, only the one start, but a powerhouse start, 95 buyer.
Yeah, and Copion, Richard Mandela, is no stranger to good fillies, and I think it's so cool when the trainer has a horse that they trained, a sire, Omaha Beach.
Yeah, indeed. Remember, Omaha Beach was going to be the favorite. The Derby had to scratch the week of the Derby for Rick Porter. Off to a good start as a sire. This is Baffert, Mandela. Interesting enough, Flavien Pret, who rides a lot for Baffert, is riding for Mandela in this race.
Yeah, we'll see if that means something here. Here's the call of the Las Virgenes.
Kinza makes it a 2-length advantage. Kopi in second, She's a Tempest at the rail, backing off in third. Then Great 48, 4 off the pace in fourth, and Nothing Like You at the back. Onto the backstretch, Juan Hernandez and Kinza with a 2-length cushion on Kopi in a comfortable second. She's a Tempest in the lime colors down at the rail. Great 48, fourth with 5 furlongs to run. Then it's Nothing Like You. It's Kinza to the half-mile pole, leading a length and a half now to Kopian in second. She's a Tempest at the rail. Nothing Like You pushed along inside to take fourth in front of Great 48. 3 furlongs remaining. Kinza and Kopian, neither have gone the distance, and they're starting to pull away from the competition. She's a Tempest third, and then Nothing Like You, a quarter of a mile to go. Kinza still 3/4 of a length. Kopian called on now, trying to close the gap. Top of the lane, Kinza maintains the lead, coming to the 8th pole. Kopian fully extended, but now 2.5 behind, and then She's a Tempest. They're coming to the 16th pole, and Kinza just keeps on rolling on the front end. And they couldn't get close to Kinza. Kinza too strong.
And Kinza with the win, and I just have to say, she is a beautiful mover, and you can see she has a lot of growing to do left. Her butt is a lot higher than her withers, and that just indicates that she's going to be doing some growing.
Yeah, 93 buyer, beat a really good horse, and has nowhere to go in Kentucky. Unfortunately, Danny, of course, Baffert can't run in the Kentucky Oaks. He has the favorite, would be the favorite for the Oaks. He has the 1-2 for the Derby at this point, and Nisos and Muth can't run in the Derby. I wrote about it this week on Let'sGoRacingParks.com. I think everybody understands that the suspensions should have ended, and then Churchill arbitrarily said, no, it's not over, even after they said it would be over. Wrong, and no Baffert, and not the best 3-year-olds will be in Kentucky.
Yeah, it'll be interesting what happens as these races do develop, and we have more Kentucky Derby prep and Kentucky Oak prep races. We're going to go to another break, but we have a lot more coming up. We have our Jockey and Trainer of the Week, and it is one tough jockey that gets it this week, and best of the rest all coming up on the other side.
From Brooklyn, New York, Andrew Dice Clay.
Jack and Jill went up the hill, both with $1.25. Jill came down with $2.50. Oh!
Saturday, April 27th, 8 p.m. The Excite Center at Parks Casino. On sale now at parkscasino.com. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. The Dice Man, live.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided for over 4,000 former racehorses with a safe retirement.
These brave warriors do so much for the fans, and we want to make sure they're taken care of.
It's a group effort by all the owners and the trainers, and we've helped so many horses.
Responding to the need of a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retirement of the equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
It's awesome. I mean, these are the things that we deal with every day that put us into the game and make the game great. Without the horses, we have nothing.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
Aftercare, it takes all of us, and every single person is responsible for it. These horses give us everything on the track. It's up to us to give them everything off the track.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. We have another Turning for Home family photo to share with you. This is Olympic and Curbside. They are enjoying their new life together. They're in the hunter jumper world. They live up in New York, and they're thriving with their owner, Chloe Peterson, having a great time.
We love all those Turning for Home horses, wherever they might be.
We certainly do. Well, jockey and trainer of the week. Let's start with our jockey, Louis D. Rivera. Now, he had 2 wins on Monday. This is one tough guy. He rode with a broken ankle. He had a knee surgery a few months ago, came back to ride. A horse flipped on him in the gate last week and ended up hurting his ankle. Kept riding, kept working on it. And then by the 8th race, he was like, look, I can't do this anymore. Lupe Guerrero was like, your life's more important. So they put Eliseo Ruiz, who we're going to see in one of these upcoming races.
So wait a second. You're telling me you won 2 races on Monday on a broken ankle?
Yes.
Whoa.
Didn't feel the pain. I mean, these guys are just riding hard, giving it all they have.
And watch riders how they ride. Look what are they balancing on?
Yeah.
Their ankles.
And their knees. They are tough athletes. They don't get enough credit.
Crazy.
Well, congratulations, trainer of the week, Claudio Gonzalez. And he's got a string here at Parks, a string down in Laurel, but he had a couple of wins on Monday's card.
He's been a dominant force in Maryland. Nice to see him here at Parks.
Yeah. Well, let's get to best of the rest. And this is the very race we're talking about in the 7th race. Fillies and Mares going 6 furlongs, 10,000 claiming. Keep an eye on the gray Jezebel Jade. Well, you're not even going to see her because she is way in the back with Louis Rivera.
And here's Louis Rivera coming. He's got no shot whatsoever to get up. And he's riding on a broken ankle. And he's going to get up by a neck at 8-5, right at the wire. Louis, get that ankle repaired.
Yeah, he is. He'll be out for a couple of weeks now, 6 to 8, I heard. But late surge there by Jezebel Jade. But let's get to the 8th race down at Tampa Bay Downs. This is the Pelican Stakes. 6 furlongs, $100,000. A couple of names in here that do look familiar. Little Vic and Carmel Chip. They raced here at Parks.
Right, and Carmel Chip we saw on PA Derby Day. Danny actually win an allowance race on that wild card on PA Derby Day. But this is all about Sibelius, who's won a ton of big races, over $1 million in earning, closing on $2 million. Going to get up right at the wire to win by a neck.
Yeah, Junior Alvarado was wide, gave him a great ride, but Mish the Gray, put him in your virtual stable because he ran a huge race. We're going to go to Santa Anita on the turf. It's the Grade 3 San Marcos, long distance to 1.25 miles, and Joel Rosario is riding out there. He's on Miss the Cut.
Yeah, and this is his kind of horse. Good trip, sits 3rd most of the way, Danny, and then John Sadler, terrific trainer, probably should be in the Hall of Fame, can't quite get there. But Miss the Cut's going to get up win by a little over a length at the wire.
Yeah, nice sum by Quality Road. Well, we have our final break to come, but stick around because when we come back, we have Parks picks. Craig Donnelly will make a pick, and we have news and notes all coming up.
This is Parks.
This is how you roll. This is how it goes. This is how you pop. This is how you rock. Take a chance, do a dance, little romance. This is how you. This is how you excite. This is how you all night. 360 hit me. Now we're going all in. I can feel it calling. The crowd, the light, the night, the sights, the vibe is right. This is how you. This is
Parks, Pennsylvania's #1 casino experience. This is how you win.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Racehorses are pampered,
treated with care, and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
and they do right by us.
the hard-working folks
Who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
But it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs.
Jobs and billions in economic impact each year.
All across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Go Racing on NBC Sports Philadelphia. This is Parks Picks. We are going to try to make you some money, and just for bragging rights, even if that's just not enough, right? So
I
it's
don't
going to
care
be
about the bragging rights. I want to make money.
You want the money. I want the money. So we're going to take a look at Monday's 9th race, 6.5 furlongs. Really good field here. $53,000 purse. Optional claiming $50,000. I don't really see many in for that tag. I will go first. I'm going to go with one more scoop. Celtic Tiger, same connections, a homebred for Shooting Star Stable. Kate DeMasi, she is getting on quite the roll. When that barn heats up, they get on a roll. and he ran a really nice fourth behind Mo Visitor, Adero, and Prince of Rain last
there
time.
we go. I'm going to go with our Nation on Parade. Won the Maryland Million Classic last year. Danny's had trouble recapturing that form, but I thought the last race was the tip-off that he might be back to that, and he is for 50,000. Interesting horse in here. Cowan is just shy of $1 million. You're looking at his paper, so where did he get $1 million? He was claimed not long ago. Second in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf in 2020, and second in the Saudi Derby in 2021. It's fun to look on Formulator on the DRF. You get to see a horse's whole career. I said, where do I know Cowan from? That's where I knew it.
Yeah, this is a good field. It could be really interesting. Well, there's our picks. Let's see what Craig Donnelly has to say. Here's more with him.
Thanks, guys. Our pick for next week will be on the third race on Monday, Valiant Majesty. This filly has come back off a layoff and run 3 consecutive big races. Last time out, she was easily second best, nearly pulled off the victory despite breaking awkwardly from the rail in a bulky field. This time she's out in the 5 post, which I think will help. It's a softer version of the same race. I look for her to go wire to wire at the identical 7 furlong distance.
You know, Craig, I hate to come in on your segment, but I think that's a wonderful selection actually for next week. But awards, the banquet's tonight. We're giving away a lot of awards. Chris Griffin, what's up? Let's Go Racing. Amazing pick again. But did you know trophies are being celebrated? And I actually got a trophy, Hall of Fame quarterback this year. I went out to California and I got this trophy.
I have to get my glasses, it's so small.
Have you ever seen a trophy just like this?
Never that small, no.
Okay.
But that's amazing. But speaking of trophies and awards, this being Awards Week, here is my trophy.
Wait, what is
I
that?
have a rather larger trophy. What this is, and I walked HOTS for Ron Glorioso, the late wonderful Ron Glorioso in 1975. The grooms in the barn gave me an award as the outstanding hot walker of 1975. And what we're planning now is next year will be the 50th anniversary of this award. We will be taking submissions from various trainers on the backstretch, nominating their hot walker of the year, and I will be presenting a similar trophy in the stable colors to the 50th recipient of this great award.
I like that idea. That is an idea. That's an idea, right? Or that actually is happening?
Oh, it will happen.
Okay, we'll see if it does happen. But the awards are happening later tonight. Craig, Chris, enjoy the rest of Let's Go Racing, and let's get that winner home on Monday.
I hope so.
All right, we'll see if we get it done or Craig gets it done. Lots of good picks for you. Well, it's time for Eye on Racing, and a pretty good day here in the horse racing world around the nation. Let's talk with Louisiana at the fairgrounds.
Yeah, we got the Rachel Alexander for the 3-year-old fillies. West Omaha won the Silver Bullet Day, will be the favorite. And the first of the 50-point Derby preps, the Risen Star. This is the strongest prep by far. I mean, there's some really good horses in here. Anna Marie, who won the Kentucky Jockey Club, Sierra Leone, who was second in the Remsen. I mean, this is a powerhouse race, and I love this horse's name. Only broke his maiden, Hall of Fame. You're thinking, Hall of Fame? He's like, horse has only run once. Steve Asmussen thinking hot. A big day at Laurel, too, Danny, and all kind of Parks horses down there for their big day. Our man Uriah with Forewarned, the John B. Campbell, and Yodelay E.A.Who for Jamie Ness, and I know you love that horse. I gotta love his name. I don't know how an announcer could possibly deal with that. We also got the Barbara Fritchie. Butch Reed has Disco Ebo in that race, and just to top it all off, the General George. I mean, we got Parks horses everywhere on Saturday. Nimitz Class, he's not really a Parks horse, but
kinda.
You know what? He could be announced as the horse of the year here at Parks in 2023, tonight at the banquet.
He could. And Sunday, if Saturday's not enough for you, the Sunland Park Derby, a little Mind That Bird fun.
Mind That Bird brings back a lot of really bad memories.
Well, I love the movie, and I love the call by Tom Durkin. Well, what a great show it was. Come check us out. We are live racing here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Post time is 12:05. Thanks for watching, Dick, Chris, and I. Hope you had a great show. We'll see you next week on Let's Go Racing.
And they're off. Skippy Longstocking has early speed. We the people from in between horses. Taba has got the lead now. It's Taba in the center of the racetrack, but Taba is drawing away. And Taba with Mike Smith, they win the Vet Parks Pennsylvania Derby.